Alright, so we have seen so many movies of Hollywood, especially in the world of animation, from Disney to Sony or DreamWorks and Paramount. Animation is something which always brings us all together, and that's exactly the reason why I'm here to talk about 15 animation movies of the history of cinema with the highest ever rating on IMDB. Movies like Zootopia 2 and K-pop Demon Hunters are the recent blockbusters, so keep watching the video to see if they are making in the list or not. No, I'm not gonna do any type of yapping or anything, but I'll be giving just 20 or 30 seconds to each of these movies to talk about their plotline and to show you their trailers, which are making them a masterpiece. So all you gotta do is to hit the like button, to subscribe because I'm your Aryan and I keeps bringing you so many content from animation movies. With that said, let's begin. Number 15, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Quite surprising to see a masterpiece at number 15, no? I know this movie was a masterpiece where Puss comes to know about his 8 lives which he wasted for random reasons, and now when death himself is after him, Puss faces off his biggest fear, and instead of running away, the cat becomes a lion and faces off one of the most scariest villains of animation history.
Lives flashing before your eyes?
Pray for mercy from Puss in Boots.
Not just that, this movie is having some of the most impressive fight scenes of animation genre, especially when we have a look at the final battle or the way they are bringing emotions in a deeper way. Number 14, The Wild Robot. Now, if you are someone who grew up with the books of The Wild Robot, then I feel like you must be someone who should know about the plotline as well, right? Taking place with your friendly robot, the movie brings out the real beauty of the chemistry and nature of the living beings and is enough to show you how even an artificial humanoid can sometimes show us more emotions than humans themselves. Now, as expected, the first film was a huge success, and now they are developing a sequel which is now under works for a while now, and I feel like they will be developing it by the end of 2027 itself. Number 13, Toy Story 3. I mean, if you'll ask me, then Toy Story 3 is exactly the point where the franchise should have ended, no? Andy was leaving for the college, so he put the toys in the attic, where his mom sent the toy for recycling by mistake. They ends up in a Sunnyside daycare with a new hope for finding new kids, but instead, they face the harsh reality of a teddy bear named Lotso. The movie is showing almost everything like the prison break of Woody and the rescue of the toys when they were about to die, or the passing down of toys to Bonnie. The movie was making over $1 billion at box office, and many fans like you and I still believes that there was no need for more projects, right? Number 12, Up. I mean, the name is enough, right? Up tells the story of a 78-year-old Carl who ties thousands of balloons to his house to fly to Paradise Falls in South America, fulfilling a lifelong dream with his deceased wife Ellie. However, he finds out how, by mistake, he brings along a small explorer named Russell. Their adventure brings them to South America, where they meet a giant talking dog named Doug.
My master made me this collar so that I may talk, squirrel. Hi there.
Now, you know what? This movie is really special and is simply one of the best creations of Pixar. Not just because we are getting the emotions, but also because we are learning a lot from it. We are learning how to accept the grief and to find new connections while cherishing what we once had. You know what I say? I always use one line. I always use like smile, not just because it's over, but because it happened. Number 11, Toy Story. I mean, it's gonna be a bummer to make a list and not include the first ever Toy Story, right? At that time, Pixar was still in the process of developing a masterpiece when somehow it ended up making something which was going to become one of the most successful animation franchise of history. Since you guys already know a lot about this movie, I feel like we should keep moving forward to uncover the top 10 of the list, no? Number 10, Coco. While Pixar is already developing a sequel, Coco is among its most successful animation movies. Miguel is a child who wanna become an idol inspired by Ernesto de la Cruz, who is also a popular idol himself. Sadly, music is forbidden in the family of Miguel, but that's when he travels to the land of dead. Miguel meets Hector, with whom he reveals a shocking truth about the past of his own family, especially about his great-great-grandfather. Number 9, Wall-E. I don't know if you're a fan of movie which revolves around robots or not, but I'm sure you must be the fan of Wall-E, who is also one of the most iconic characters of animation world. In simple words, Wall-E is the last robot left on Earth. He spends his day cleaning up the planet one piece of garbage at a time. Taking place in 29th century, Wall-E gets a little lonely. Then he spots Eve, who was sent by humans for some sort of scanning mission, and that's where you get a new chemistry between the two machines. Number 8. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now you know what, I feel like Into the Spider-Verse is something which defines the real power of Sony Animation that it is having over the world of animation. Bringing Miles and the same classy story where he got bitten by a spider, but the twist is the fact that that spider was belonging to a different dimension. Then we are getting Kingpin, who is making an evil plan, and then we are getting so many spider people from across the multiverse, so many timelines, possibilities and whatnot. So yes, Miles is on a mission to stop Kingpin while teaming up with multiple spider people from across the whole multiverse. Number 7. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle. So as we are moving towards the top 5, the list is becoming even more interesting with the addition of your anime based project. Infinity Castle is the conclusion wrapped in the fate of Shinobu and other important characters while they are trapped by Muzan in his Infinity Castle. All of them are facing their own battles where Shira and Tanjiro confronts Muzan's powerful upper ranks, with key fights including Shinobu vs Doma and Zenitsu vs Kaigaku. You know what? This is exactly how you make a perfect chapter for a book-inspired movie, and this project itself was breaking so many records at local and international box office. Number 6. Chainsaw Man the movie Reese Arc. If you are looking for a movie with a twist of devils, hunters and secret enemies, coupled up with a sweet chemistry of two main characters, then Chainsaw Man is for you. The movie is following the life of Denji as Devil Hunter, where he encounters the mysterious, flirtatious cafe worker Reese. They spark a new chemistry complicated by secret identities, with Reese revealed as the powerful bomb devil seeking Denji's heart, leading to intense and twisted battle. Despite everything, we see that sparking revelation and a hint of connection, and the graphics or dialogues are something which makes it even 10 times better than half of what we are seeing in Hollywood in modern days, right? Number 5. The Lion King. Obviously a masterpiece, and I don't really care from where you are or what type of movie or TV show do you enjoy. The Lion King is something which is bringing us a really darker storyline, and I'm really sure that this movie is something which will be continuing to shape the childhood in upcoming decades as well, irrespective of how many AI are we getting or how many K-pop things are we getting. So I think it's gonna be like a yapping if I'll tell you about the storyline, because I'm pretty sure that 99% of you guys know already about it, right? Number 4. Across the Spider-Verse. The sequel of Into the Spider-Verse is making its appearance in the top 5, and obviously, why not? I mean, a project with stunning visuals and a plotline which brings a concept of anchor being or canon events of the multiverse, which reveals how even the strongest of heroes are not always the chosen ones by law. Miles is facing off the Spot. He travels the multiverse where he finds how the Spot is meant to kill his father, but Miles decides to change the canon event. Miguel feels different on his opinion and he decides to chase Miles to stop him. Number 3. Spirited Away. It's quite fascinating to talk about a movie which premiered around 2 years before I was born. 10-year-old Chihiro, who while moving to a new home stumbles with her parents into a mysterious spirited world where they are turned into pigs. All of them are trapped, and Chihiro must work at a magical bathhouse run by the witch Yubaba while losing her name and being called Sen instead. Little girl is exploring a lot while doing a lot of hard work and labor while she meets a boy named Haku who helps her as well. A concept which is still a bit rare, but yes, that's exactly what makes this movie in top 3. Number 2. Solo Leveling Reawakening. Now it feels like the anime are gonna rule the list because Solo Leveling Reawakening recaps the first season, focusing on the transformation of Sung Jin-woo, who is the weakest hunter but somehow accepts a side quest to level up and become one of his kind. We see so many fascinating secrets and battles, and I believe a sequel is gonna break so many records at box office in upcoming years. Number 1. Attack on Titan the movie The Last Attack. Yes, it's real. Attack on Titan The Last Attack is ruling the number 1 position on IMDB, where the movie is showcasing the final 2 episodes of the anime series, focusing on the rumbling plan of Eren, where he starts a marching of countless giant titans for crushing the world. It shows how his former friends will stop him and the genocide he's about to cause, while claiming a kind of emotional victory that comes with the sacrifice of Aryan himself. Ending the curse of Tyrant and leaving a world forever changed by his action, this epilogue is simply enough to speak a lot about the quality and the plotline. While these movies are heavily based upon some of the most lovable IPs, you should never forget that this list can always change by the end of this year. Still, you tell me the name of your top 3 movies and hit the like button to subscribe because I keep bringing you daily TV, movies and animation content. I'm your host Aryan, thanks for watching, stay safe, peace out.